Alta Nocte.
I'm in the cemetery business. I'm in the cemetery sales. Give me a call, I'll find you a home. You know I never fail. Since 1963, they have always relied on me. Them close friends and enemies, and I, along with thee, write your name in Eliza's book. One drop of blood is all it took. You'll be here for eternity, right down here with me. I'm in the cemetery. You'll be in the cemetery sales. They'll give you a call. You better find them all. And Lord knows you'd better not.
That TV show sitter, that new priest shrinker, that breast digger, that scavenging scrammer, the server, the prophet, peace be upon him. Possessors, look distorts truth erodes and lives contort, lost and found in the pure allure. In the civil realm we saw a wreck in the void, where all tongues twist and daggers rise beneath the suffocating skies. We lost all trust but feel it thrive, still exist, still alive. Crucified, we never die through the hate. Lashes fall, we take them all. We walk through fire but never crawl. The curse remains, we still defy. Swallow pain and drown the cries. A razor's edge, a dying light. Crucified, we own the night. Veiled deceit, disaster binds, faded rhymes, rewritten lines. Once denied, we took in turn, wearing scars we never burn. A sharp lesson learned when tempers rise, deception breaks. A hurricane beyond the wake. The damning sins, a claim to fall, still stand above them all. Crucified, we never die through the hate. Lashes fall, we take them all. We walk through fire but never crawl. The curse remains, we still defy. Swallow pain and drown the cries. A razor's edge, a dying light. Crucified, we own the night. Crucified, we never die through the hate. Lashes fall, we take them all. We walk through fire but never crawl. The curse remains, we still defy. Swallow pain and drown the cries. A razor's edge, a dying light. Crucified, we own the night.
A strange desire, a touch of wonder, a reason to believe. Your innocent smile, your gales of laughter may flatter to deceive. Without a warning, a great surprise, you whisper me goodbye. A throw easy to forget. No need for a trial, I'll pay the price for all that I regret. A fallen empire, a fading sunset, a king who lost his throne. You are the ocean, I'm a wreck. Just let me drown. A life of sorrow, no path to follow. What can
I was sitting in the Thirsty Devil, one sheet hung to the wind, when the batwing doors creaked open and a stranger sauntered in. He moved his head from side to side and glared with a sunken eye. I heard the spin of a rusty spur as he shook off the dreary night. He lowered his hat and checked his gun and headed toward the bar. He walked on up beside me, I knew he'd traveled far. In a voice as thick as mud, he looked at the keep and said, "One shot of whiskey for myself, and one for my new friend." The patrons whispered hushed hello, they seemed to be afraid, as if the ghost had stood right up and walked out of its grave. His face was shallow and dirty, his skin like leather hide. Sure spoke like any man, but something wasn't right. So I twisted on my stool and turned to him and said, "Thanks, sir, but just the same, I'm chasing worms instead." He growled and shoved the drink my way, his eyes as cold as death. I picked the drink, she knocked him back, held strong against my hand.
When 6 to midnight in the phony hands of death, now you better drink your drink and shut your mouth. If you draw against his head, you can never win.
Go ahead.
Drink with the living dead.
Who the hell do you think you are? My patience growing thin, but swallow hard I had to do when the story he began. His lips curled back and words came forth, starting up the tale. And every face inside that bar, it turned a shade of pale. My name is Stanton Creed, and I died 3 years before. I shot a man to steal his drink, at least that's what they hung me for. Now I'm cursed to walk the earth and challenge every night a man to match me drink for drink, or by the bullet die.
When 6 to midnight in the phony hands of death, now you better drink your drink and shut your mouth. If you draw against his head, you can never win.
Go ahead.
Drink with the living dead.
No, wait a minute, mister. No one makes me a fool. I push a shot of whiskey back on over towards school. I love a drink like any man, but that's a losing game. To drink or draw against the dead would only be insane. Stanton Creed, he tipped his hat and laughed a wicked laugh. You see, the Lord curse my soul for killing that poor man. There ain't no choice, so you must try to match me shot for shot. If you win, then you'll go free, and I can finally rot.
When 6 to midnight in the phony hands of death, now you better drink your drink and shut your mouth. If you draw against his head, you can never win.
Go ahead.
Drink with the living dead.
The bar hop nodded slowly, and I knew that I was screwed. If I chose to duel the dead, then I would surely lose. So I took the glass and threw the shot into my throat. I would match him drink for drink, no matter if I choked. Whiskey, tequila, vodka, rum, or gin. There ain't no man that I can't beat. Be him live walk the streets, but I don't forget the night when death had chosen me. There ain't no fancy moral to go with this, I fear, lest you aim to kill a man and drink down his last beer. When 6 to midnight in the morning and the death night, you better drink your drink and shut your mouth. When your drug is his end, you can never win. Go ahead, drink with the living dead. Go ahead, drink with the living dead. Go ahead, drink with the living dead.
Alta Nocte.